So the other day, Star Wars Theory dropped a response video to all of the stuff going on with Star Wars The Acolyte and everybody getting mad at channels like Nerdrotitc, Geeks and Gamers, Ryan Kinelm, and so on and so on. Because they dared to criticize The Acolyte, which is an awful show, and the stats prove it. It's the least viewed Disney Plus Star Wars show yet. And for good reason. It's an awful show. I watched about 3 or 4 episodes of it. It's bad. And I'm going to guess, going by what everybody said about it, it doesn't get any better after those first couple of episodes. So I dipped out. I had seen enough. Curiosity got me with that whole power of many thing. And then I dipped. And I'm not the only one. Nobody watched the show. It's a disaster. And they are melting down about it. And what's funny is before they would say, well, if you're covering this, you're actually giving it views, you're going to save the show, and then when it fails, okay, well, now we're responsible. So they're blaming Nerdrotitc and Geeks and Gamers and Star Wars Theory even for that show's failure, which is bullshit. But they took it a little bit too far, I would say. I mean, they try to get people demonetized over a stupid show, which is ridiculous. And these people seem to think that if they can get rid of Star Wars Theory and Nerdrotitc and everybody else, that for some reason people will start loving their content more, which is a little more positive towards the Disney Plus stuff because, well, there's a reason for that. We see pictures of a lot of these people hanging out with Leslie Headland and Dave Filoni. They're shills. Access media shills is what they want to be. And for the most part, they are. But they're also kind of snaky. So Star Wars Theory, since he was bunched in with them, decided to make a 37-minute video with receipts and went over his history with Eckhart's Ladder and mostly Star Wars Explained, who were trying to jump on his bandwagon when he was coming up. And then, when he surpassed them, it looks like they got bitter and jealous and took tons of shots at him, burning their bridges with him, which is pretty understandable, especially when they were trying to be so nice and then they start taking shots at him. They're jealous. It's a good video. You should watch it. Highly recommend it. But what I wanted to talk about is their motivations, which he's pretty clear about. I mean, they were asking him how much money he makes. They're very obsessed with his money. Trying to count his money, basically, which, reveals a lot. And what I find funny about this is people like Star Wars Explained and a lot of the other people that jumped in on that demonetization campaign last week were calling everybody else grifters. But these people are more obsessed with money and views than anybody that they went after. And I do believe that they are just jealous. They want everybody else's viewership and their money. And it's just not going to happen. People can sniff out how disingenuous these people are. And it's been backfiring in their face. So he made this video. They got a lot of backlash. And they're losing a lot of subscribers for it. So this started before his video, but it's gotten worse thanks to his video. So they started losing subscribers. As of Thursday, they lost 1,000 on September 5th. And then on Sunday, they lost another 2K. And then Monday, they lost 4K. Now they've lost 1K. And this is because of their own behavior, which they're not taking any accountability for. Molly, the second half of that channel, is saying, thank you for the love and support over the past few days. It means a lot. I never started any sort of campaign. I just agreed with and shared 2 images that were created and shared first by another podcast who I guess want to remain anonymous in all of this. Love you all. Talking about rewriting Ripley. So you're not responsible for your own words now? And as master of the TDS, points out here, you all condemned Gina Carano for sharing a post. You don't get to subtly pretend that your actions don't carry the same weight in this context. They absolutely coordinated, probably in some DM room somewhere. And I guarantee you, because these people, they can't help but stab each other in the back. I guarantee you, eventually, the receipts from that DM room, wherever it is, or some kind of Discord call, probably got recorded by one of them. Probably recorded. They probably all recorded each other and didn't tell each other. All that's going to come out eventually. They're going to leak it all, and we're going to get to really see how this all went down. I guarantee you that happens. But you know, this is a clear violation of YouTube's TOS. When they haven't said anything, but you know, I don't want to see anybody lose their channels or anything. It's just the hypocrisy of the entire situation that irritates me, because Team YouTube is quick to jump in on all of their posts and say, "Oh, we're sorry you feel this way," blah blah blah, with their little NPC responses. But when people ask them about, you know, Star Wars Explained breaking terms of service, they don't say anything. And they absolutely did break terms of service. They've actually opened themselves up for a lawsuit, but defamation lawsuits are really expensive. So I don't know if they go anywhere with that. That'd be up to Jeremy and Gary and them. But I think the damage is done. I mean, they have shown themselves to be snakes to the community, breaking TOS, all this stuff. Like, they're never going to recover from this. It's a really bad look, defending that shitty show and calling people racist over criticism. 2016 tactics that don't work anymore. And by the way, here's something interesting. So they're trying in that little post they put out where they outlined why all of these channels should be banned. One of the reasons was the comments on all of our videos, which we don't have any control over what other people say, okay? But their fans are saying shit like this, and they don't address it. I'm going to be real, guys. I think Star Wars Theory should do what Hannah Baker did in the tub. Razors and all. And anyone that likes him. Will they be addressing that? Will they be talking about this? No. They'll ignore it. As you would expect, anyway. So I wonder if she's rubbing Alex's back, old Molly. Because we found out in that video that Star Wars Explained dropped that Alex was so scared about the views that Star Wars Theory is getting that he would wake up in the middle of the night and need to be comforted by his wife because this man's getting more views. Or could you just be happy with what you have? I mean, Star Wars Explained is a big channel. What kind of views are they getting here? You know, 100,000 something views a day. You're eating pretty good. 9.3K on the top end a month. You're eating pretty good, man. This greed destroys people. It really does. And I mean, you're seeing in real time here. Like, look at that move that they made. All that, I still believe, coordinated by Lucasfilm. There's no direct evidence, but if you follow all of the receipts and all of the access these people have, you see them at, you know, conventions and hanging out with people. Rewriting Ripley, that little account has a Lucasfilm community manager attached to it. They're so petty and childish over at Lucasfilm. I could absolutely believe them trying to coordinate this behind the scenes. And I expect that to come out someday. We might find out about it in Gina Carano's Discovery. Don't forget that's still happening unless Disney, and I would say it would probably be wise of them to try to settle this before all that happens. We're going to find out a lot about how things operate over at Lucasfilm when Gina Carano's lawsuit hits Discovery. And I'm telling you, I can't wait. I can't wait. But loved this video. I'm glad Star Wars Theory did this. I don't think he likes doing drama, and I don't blame him. But he did the right thing here by showing all of this and showing just how snaky a lot of these people can be in this positive Star Wars community. And, you know, it's the backfire is real. It's real. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.